Hello everyone, welcome to my class once again. Today I have come with a chapter that is the railway children. All right, so let's write the serial number of the chapter. So here we see the serial number of the chapter is what? 10. And the name of the chapter is the railway children. The railway children. So let's get started without wasting the time. Let's get started. To begin with, they were not railway children. They looked at trains sometimes and they thought they were exciting, but they did not know anything about them. Though, looking at the name of the chapter, it seems what? That here you see the name of the chapter, the railway children. It seems what? The children that do not have their house, they are living their life in the railway station. But it is not like that. It is not like that. Once we get to know, if you start the chapter, we shall get to know about it. So here we see to begin with, they were not railway children. In the very beginning of the chapter, it has been informed that though the name of the chapter is the railway children, but that they are not actually railway children. Okay, what is the reason behind it? We shall get to know. They looked at trains sometimes and they thought they were exciting, but they did not know anything about them. The fact is what? They used to love train. The children used to love the train. They are fond of trains. Whenever they used to see the train running, they used to see looking outside their house, they used to see the train while running. But they had no idea anything. They had no idea anything about the train. Okay. There were three children, Roberta. So in this chapter, generally we shall the main three characters we will see here: Roberta, Peter, and Phyllis. So these are the main three characters we see here in this chapter. All right, these are the three children. Okay, Roberta was the eldest and the most clever. Here, the word clever means what? Intelligent. The one who can understand things easily. The one who can learn things easily. All right. So she was the eldest of the three children. Okay, she was the first child. Okay, she was the eldest of the three children, and she was clever too. She was intelligent too. All right. Peter, he wanted to be the boss. Here, the word boss means what? Leader. Peter, who used to be the boss. Wherever she used to go, he used to go. He wanted to be the boss. All right. Here, the word boss means what? The one who lead his team. It simply we call it what? Boss. Phyllis was the youngest, and Phyllis was the youngest children of the three children. Phyllis was the youngest one. They lived with their mother and father in a house near the city. So let me remind you something. In my last class, I have explained something about the children, those who are not getting proper food, proper education. Okay, they do not have any parents. They do not have parents. So, but in this chapter, we see they have everything. You see. They have their mother and father. All right, so they have their own house too. All right, they live with their mother and father in a house near the city. All these the three children were happily living their life with their father and mother nearby a city, near the city. They were lucky children. They had everything: pretty dresses, warm fire, good food. As I said, they were fortunate enough because they had everything. Okay, they had their food, they had whatever they wanted. their father was there to fulfill all their wishes, all their requirements. All right. So they had fortunate enough as compared to those children who are not getting. Still, we see who are who are not getting the proper food, proper education. Okay. So in this year we can see they were fortunate enough. All right. Their mother played with them and told them stories, and they often laughed. What their mother used to do, many a times, their mother used to tell the stories. Their mother used to tell the tales, and sometimes they used to laugh. They used to listening all the stories, They used to laugh. Okay, the children used to laugh. Their father was never angry with them. He was always ready to help them. On the other side, we see that their father was always ready to help them. Okay, whatever they wanted, he was there for them to fulfill. He was there for them to fulfill. He never got angry. Okay, no matter whatever they did, but he never scolded. He never scolded to his children. Okay, he was always there for them. Okay, they were lucky, they were happy, and then this is how they were living their life. They were fortunate enough, they were happy enough. Okay, this is how they were living their life. It was Peter's 10th birthday. It was Peter's 10th birthday. 10th birthday. Here, birthday means the day when we get birth. Okay, it's simply called, we call as what it is a birthday. All right. So generally what we do, our birthday comes generally once in a year. So on that day, on our birthday, even most of us, we love to celebrate our birthday. Okay, so on our birthday, most of the time we expect so many gifts, some gifts from our relatives, from our parents, from our friends, from our siblings. Okay, though we do not demand it, but from inside we just expect that on our birthday we shall get something from our parents, from our loved ones. Okay, his mother and father gave him a trained Indian. So in the same way, Peter was expecting something from his parents. So Peter's father and mother togetherly gave him a trained engine. Trained engine, not in the sense that it is a real engine. Okay, it was like a toy. Okay, engine was like a toy. Peter loved trains. When he left school, he wanted to work on a train. Because why did they give him a train engine? It's because what? He loved train. Peter's loved train, and his aim was to work on a train when he will complete his study. Okay, this was his aim, to work on a train. That is the reason why his parents, his mother and father gave him a train engine on his 10th birthday. Peter loved his engine more than anything. After he got the train from his parents as a birthday gift, so he just loved the train more than anyone else. Okay, he just keep it very secretly. He used to keep his train engine. Then Phyllis broke it. Phyllis often broke things. One day what happened? Phyllis broke the train engine what Peter got once on his 10th birthday. Okay, Phyllis often broke things. The problem is what? Here you see, the problem is often Phyllis break things. Okay, so even I have some children at my home. We can see that some of them, unnecessarily they break things. They break things unnecessarily. Okay, in the same way, the same habit Phyllis had. So he used to love breaking things. All right. So he broke Peter's engine, what he got on his 10th birthday. Peter was very sad, but he knew that father could put it together again. When Peter got to know that his engine was broken by Phyllis, so he got very much upset. He got very much upset, but he knew that his father would make it together again. Okay, will repair the engine once again. He knew that then there will be no problem at all. His father is there. He will make it again. He knew that. When father came home, he looked at the chain. When father returned home, he saw the engine was broken. The engine was broken. I can repair it, but you must all help me. Then the father said that I can repair the engine once again, but you all have to help me. He said what? He said the moment the father so the engine was broken, he said that okay, he is there to make the engine, to repair the engine once again, but they all have to help him. The girls too, Peter said, he thought only boys could repair things. Here the word repair means reconstruction. Now Peter asked that will the girls, now you see, look at the board. Peter asked that what? Will the girls help us while making the engine? While repair the engine? Okay? Because he knew what? He knew that only the boys can repair the things. Only he thought what? Peter thought that only the boys can repair the things. That is the reason why he asked his father that will the girls help us while repair the engine? Okay? Girls are as clever as boys, father said. Now the father replied what? Don't you know? The girls are as strong as like you. The girls are as clever as you. The girls are as intelligent as you. Okay? Don't you underestimate them. Don't underestimate them. Alright? Don't you know that the girls are as clever as boys? The girls are as talented as you. The girls are as brave as you. Alright? So, don't underestimate them. This is the thing the father said to Peter. Do you want to help us repair the engine, Roberta? Now, father asked Roberta that would you like to help us while making the engine? Okay, Roberta. He said what? Would you like to help us while making the engine? Yes, I want to help, Roberta said. Do you think I can? Roberta said, yes, of course. I would love to help you. But do you think I can help you while making the engine? Do you think that? Okay. Roberta said to her father. Before father could repair the engine, two men came to see him and mother. Before their father could repair the engine, two men came to their house to meet their father and mother. The children could hear them talking. They were very hungry. They were very angry. Okay. So here you see, the moment both the men entered in the room. So though they were a bit far from them, but the children could hear that the two men were talking very loudly, and they were angry too. The children heard the man leave the house. Okay, after the small discussion, they left their house. Okay, both the men left the house. Later, mother came back into the room. Her face was very white and her eyes were red from crying. Later on, after the conversation got over, their mother got into their room, okay, where all these three children were sitting. Their mother got into their room, and her eyes the children could see that what? Her eyes were full of tears. Okay, the eyes were full of tears. She is going away, she said. Your father is going away, she said. The first thing she said as soon as she entered in the room was that your father is going away. Okay, that your father is going away. All right. Roberta knew that something was wrong. As I said, as it has been mentioned in the beginning of the chapter, that Roberta was the eldest and the cleverest one. So she could understand everything very easily. So she thought there is something wrong. There is something wrong. Something wrong. That is the reason why there is something. There is something. There is something hiding their mother. She could understand. Roberta could understand, looking at her mother's face, that there is something wrong going on at their house. Okay. What did the man want? She asked. She asked that. What did the man want? What did they want? Okay. Why are you crying? Is somebody dead? Why are you crying? Is everything all right? Okay. What they want? What they want actually to tell us? This is the thing she started asking to her mother. No, mother said. Nobody is dead. I can't tell you what is wrong. No, nobody is dead. Mother replied, nobody is dead. Nobody is dead. But what is the wrong thing going on? That I can't tell you right now. That I can't tell you right now. She just said. Their mother just said. The children went to bed. Roberta could not sleep because she could hear her mother crying. Afterwards, they went to their bed. But Roberta, the eldest one, she was unable to sleep the whole night because what? She could hear her mother was crying. She could hear her mother was crying. All right. That is the reason why she was unable to sleep the whole day, the whole night. All right. The next day, father was not here, not there. Mother went out. Alright, on the very next day, as father was not there, so mother also left the house, like their father. There is something wrong, Peter said. Now Peter said what? Now Peter got to know that. Now Peter got to know there must be something wrong going on in their house, in his house. Now Peter got to know, finally. It was very late when mother came home. She was tired and sad. When their mother reached after the whole day she was out of their house, but when she returned home, okay, she was feeling exhausted and she was tired too. All right? Listen to me. Mother said, father is not coming back for a long time. You must help me. The moment she reached home, the first thing she said what? That listen to me, children, very carefully. That your father is going away. He's away from home for the long time. But you all have to help me. You must help me now. The mother said, how can we help? Roberta asked, what do you think? Can we help you? Okay. How should we help you? She said, well, how should we help you? What do you think? You must be good and happy, and you must not ask me any questions. All I can tell you is that father is away because of his job. He said what? You all have to help me in this way, that you must be good and happy. You have to keep yourself happy. You have to keep yourself good, and you won't ask me any questions. Okay, all right? You have to keep yourself quiet. If you ask me anything, all I can tell you is what? All I can tell you is that your father is away from the home is because of his what? Is because of his job, his work. Okay? This is the thing you can do. All right? This is the thing she was expecting. Their mother was expecting from them. When they went to bed, Peter said, let's start being good tomorrow morning. When they went to bed, afterwards, when they went to bed, Peter said, okay, let's start a good tomorrow morning. Okay, there is nothing left. Today, if the day is already over, so let's hope tomorrow everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. Why not today? Please ask, why not today? Why are you telling us that let's start a good tomorrow morning? Why are you telling us that? Okay. So he said, why not today? Why not today? Phyllis asked, because it's late and there is nothing to be good about. Peter said, as I said already, she said, the day already over. Okay, and there is everything is going, and above all, everything is going against us. Okay, everything is going against us. Better, so that is the reason why better not to hope anything good from today. Okay, so let's hope tomorrow morning. Let's hope that everything will be all right from tomorrow onwards. So this was the thing he was telling to his siblings. 5 days later, mother told them, "We are leaving the city." This is how their life was going on after the 5 days. What happened? After the 5 days, mother told them that they were going to leave their city. They were going to leave their home. Okay, we are going to live far away in a little white house. I know you are going to love it. He said that we are going to leave this city. We are going to leave this city. We are going to live somewhere else. And she said that she thought what her children is going to love the place where she was going to live. They are going to settle. They put everything in boxes and suitcases, all right? Cups and plates, dresses and shoes, games and books. As they need to ship somewhere else. That is why they had a lot. They had so many things in their house, so they need to pack. They need to take all those things. They need to take all their belongings. All right. So for example, you see, whenever we go somewhere, okay, abroad or any big cities, just for what, a trip, small trip for 7 days or 10 days, at that time, what do we use? We use a bag. Okay, we keep all our belongings or all our essential things in the bag. So in the same way, they were keeping all those things, all those things in the bags and suitcases. Okay, in the boxes and suitcases. They were keeping their books. They were keeping their shoes, dresses, everything, whatever they had. They were just keeping them all in the boxes and suitcases. This is exciting, Peter said. When we move to a new house every month, the moment Peter got to know about the news that they were going to leave their old home, the whom they were living for so long. They are going to leave it. The moment he got the news, that he got excited. Okay, he was very much happy. Peter was very much happy. Why? Because then he said, "Okay, let's can we move to a new house every month?" Okay. So he said, "What? Let's move each and every month. Let's change our house each and every month." Okay. But Roberta saw her mother's sad face and knew that it was not a game. It was not a game. But Roberta could see her mother's sad face, and she could understand that this is not a game. This is not a game. Okay, she could understand that they were in a great problem. Okay, that is the reason why they were going to leave the city. They were going to leave their house. Okay, that was not a game. Okay, that was not a game. The next day, they went by train to the new house. It was late at night when they arrived. On the very next day, they started their journey, and they went. They reached there by train. Okay, and it was late when they arrived. It was almost late when they arrived in the place. They stood on the cold, dark station and watched the train leave them. They did not know then, standing there cold and afraid, how important the railway and the railway station were for them. So, as they were late, so they had to stay in the station. So the whole night, you see, they had to the whole night there on the cold, dark station and watch the train. They were there and they could see the train were leaving them. Okay, standing at the station, they could see the train were leaving them. They did not know than standing there cold and afraid how important the railway and the station were for them. But they did not know then that how important were standing at the station. Okay, how important for them the railway and the station. Okay, how important were for them. So this is the end of the chapter. Now I want every one of you to read this chapter again and again. Afterwards, if you feel any problem, please you can call me at night. Till then, study well and take care of yourself. Thank you, everyone.